YouTube world. This is a bit different, isn't it? I just wanted to come on here quickly to say a huge, great big thank you, and that to all of you that have watched our latest episode of House Flipper, and that you guys are awesome. Like, over 300 views at the time of this recording, and that, which is incredible. I never thought that would happen. I originally came onto YouTube and posted content on here because I have the most amazing moderator over on Twitch who has been helping me since I started streaming. She's been there for me. She's supported me. She's encouraged me. She sends me presents through the post of chocolate variety packs, which, thank you. I really like them. You know, she looks after me, and she is the most amazing person, and she tries to be there for every stream, but she works for part of the week. She's a care worker, so her job is to look after people, to care for people, and she does this over very long shifts, 3 days a week, which obviously coincide with some of my streams, and therefore she misses some of the games that we get to play on stream. And as you know, as much as she, you know, tries to go back and watch the VODs later in her own time, and that with me putting out so many streams a week, it can get a little bit difficult for us. So we set up the YouTube channel, and that's so that I could place content on here that she would be able to watch in her own time. It's here, it's permanently here. She can catch up with the games as and when she wants to. And that because on Twitch, after so many days, the content goes, the VODs disappear, poof, into the netherworlds, wherever they may be. And that, so we wanted to basically give her some content that she could interact with when she wants to, and she's been loving it. And last Friday night we started trying out this game, Planet Crafter, on our channel, on our Twitch channel, and she was loving it. Loved the game. She found it incredibly interesting and everything, but due to other games that we also play, it meant that the only night that I could regularly stream this on was a Monday night, which coincides with when she works again. So Vicky being Vicky went, well, it's just gonna have to be another YouTube series as well, isn't it? You know, hint hint, and that wink wink nudge, all of that kind of thing. God, that was cringy. So here I am. We're going to jump into Planet Crafter today. Now, Planet Crafter is a game that is basically, it's a two-man dev team, or say one man, one woman. It is a lovely husband and wife dev team, Meiji Games, and they, oh my goodness, they are creating such a cool game. It is still in early access at the minute, so the game is not complete. It is... they're still working on storyline, they're still increasing the map, they're still adding features, they are still doing all the things. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this game turns out in the end. We are going to jump straight in, we are going to play it, we are going to terraform a planet. Yeah, so let's get to it. That's enough of my talking, that's enough of my face. You don't want to see me, you want to see the game, that's what you're here for. Let's do this. Okay, so this is the playthrough we've been doing on the Twitch channel. So we're going to start a new one. We're going to go into standard. There are different game modes on here. So you got standard, relaxing, intense, and hardcore. Hardcore is like a permadeath version, and your oxygen, health, and water decrease faster. Intense. Every item in your inventory gets destroyed when you die. Oxygen, health, and water decrease a little bit faster than they would do on standard. Relaxing, oxygen, health, and water decrease slowly. If you die, you know, it has no consequences. You don't lose anything. So you can have a really chill, relaxing experience. And then standard. I'll drop some items when I die. I say when I die. It's not if I die, it's when I die. And that because this is me at the end of the day. Okay, and then you can also pick your landing sites. Now, to start with, we're going to go with standard, and that which is recommended for the first playthrough, mainly because you don't know where everything is. I don't know where everything is. I'm still discovering things. But you can also pick between the Grand Rift, Sandfalls, Meteor Crater, and then random, which gives obviously more locations on top of these that you can spawn in. So I think there's about 7 different locations. I'm not really sure that you could potentially spawn in if you hit random. But we're going to go with standard. And we're going to hit that create button, and then we're going to load it in. And we hop straight into our pod. And that you can't see it, but I'm literally, my arms are flying all over the place. And that because in my brain, camera's still on. Anyway, We're in our little pod here. We have a crafting station where we can craft some basics up here, and we'll take a look at them in a minute. Got a little storage crate with a bottle of water, an oxygen capsule, some food, nom nom noms, and a llama seed, which we'll get to them in a minute. And then we have a message. Welcome to your assigned planet. Your mission is to advance the terraformation process of this world. Generate O2 heat and pressure to do so. First, reach 175,000 Ti and create a blue atmosphere. And this is from Sentinel Core in the year 3058. So we're kind of in the future. Hello, future me, who will probably be dead by now, but anyway. Yeah, it's not blue at the minute. We're very, very orange, very, very barren. Lots and lots of lovely goodies lying about, but we need to figure out what we need to do. So we got some bits and pieces we can craft here. Now the first thing we're going to craft is our lovely backpack, and we need 2 iron for that. We also need an oxygen tank, a better oxygen tank, you know, because oxygen needed. And we need some cobalt, iron and magnesium for that. Now, I'm immediately going to forget what I need because I just want to go outside and get all the things. And this is cobalt. It's pretty. It's blue. Iron is sparkly, which we like that. And no, I've got 2 cobalt. I don't think I needed titanium yet. I think I need another one of these. I think I needed a magnesium as well, which if I've managed to get that right, that's probably the first time ever that I've actually remembered everything that I need. But I don't want to go too far from my pod. Where's my pod? My pod's there. You know, because oxygen, death. Let's grab that and run back. Run! I don't want to run out of oxygen. Yeesh. Get back in there. I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know whether they're going to program this so that you have a door that opens and closes on your pod afterwards. But I definitely think that is something that we need to have. Because right now, this don't make much sense, you know. Oxygen? No oxygen. Oxygen? No oxygen. No, the door wide open. It makes it... No. I just can't. Anyway, we're going to craft that up, and we're going to craft this backpack. And we did get it right. I'm a genius. I'm going to pop them on. So we get a little bit of increased inventory space and an extra 45 seconds, I'm presuming, on the oxygen. Okay. So what do we need next? So to start with, you do get your first steps in the top left-hand corner of the screen, which is really, really useful. And that's, they want us to do a construction microchip. Now, I'm going to be cheeky, and I'm going to do both the construction and the deconstruction one. And the reason for that is the deconstruction tool lets you, if you kind of mess up making things with the construction tool, you can deconstruct it. Or if you want to move things around, you can move things around. And you get all the materials back, which is awesome. So, we need lots of silicon, lots of magnesium. 3 of each. I've got a little bit of extra oxygen, but we're still not going to wander too far because, you know, death. Oh, magnesium. Hello, how you diddly doing? And I'll take you as well. And you be a silicon. And some more magnesium. So I think I've got the 3 magnesium now. I just need a couple more silicon. And I did see some around my little pod before, I think. Maybe. Possibly. I'm not sure. And there's one over there. I'm keeping an eye on that there oxygen. And yeah. Where are you? There's one. I knew I'd seen a couple around the pod. So grab them. And I'm going to run back in here. No. I'm going to grab that. And we're going to grab that. I'm going to pop them in our tool belt. Okay. Now our tool belt will only hold 4 things at the minute. But once we start getting to crafting things, we will be able to increase that as well. So, speaking of crafting things, we need to make a living compartment and a living compartment door. Now, this is going to be our lifesaver on everything. And I always remember it as 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1 silicon, 2 titanium, 3 iron. Okay, and as we go along, I can hit the tab key, check, and I'm currently on a 0 to 2. So, I want another one of them. And I am walking further from the pod this time, and there's a reason for that. I'm terraforming a planet, okay? I'm terraforming a planet, which basically means as I go along, I am going to create a lovely lush atmosphere. And part of that lovely lush atmosphere is going to include, see, this is why we do this as well, it's going to include the formation of water. And water likes to go to all those lower down places. So I'm going to hop in here for some oxygen. Yep, fill that up. And then I'm going to deconstruct that, get all my materials back, lovely jubbly, and we're going to keep going this way. And now, because I want to go up on this hill, because, you know, if we're going to have water, I don't want to be down here in this lovely, lovely valley that we've got going on here. So I'm going to head up this way. And one thing that I quite like about this is it's fairly flat. You know, you've got plenty of building room. And I'm going to come back a little bit. And now we can see a nice little shipwreck. Shipwreck? Is it a shipwreck if it's a space station? We can see a lovely crash site back there. That's what we're going to call it. It's just a crash site. And we're going to hop in here. And we are on higher ground. Now, if you want to know the magic number for higher ground, I'm just going to say 22. Okay? So in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you've got a series of numbers. Okay? And basically, the one in the middle, so the first set of numbers, you got 3 sets of numbers. So I've got 837281118. And that middle number, that 28 in the middle, is actually my elevation. And I want that to be above 22. And which, if I'm down here, straight away, I am below 22. So even on the slope, it's not helping me. So I want to be above that. That is my hint and tip I'm going to give you. I'm not going to give you too much because, heck, where's the fun in that? But yeah, that's a pretty important tip. Okay, so we've got some more oxygen. I am going to go around. I am going to get some iron. I'm going to get some silicon. I know we've got low power. We've got a crafty power yet. Man. And I'm going to grab some titanium at this point as well. What else? I want more iron. I want all the iron. All the iron in the land. Give it to me. Give it to me. So yeah, iron you'll need tons of. So just keep grabbing it. And before I build the drill, which is the next thing on my list, I'm actually going to craft some wind turbines. Okay, and the reason why I'm going to do that is because I don't want it to tell me I've got low power. I want all the power. I'll do 3 of them to start with. Ooh, the weather's changing. Okay, I'm also going to place a crafting tube in here. I know that's not on my list yet, but that is going to allow me to do things. And the sky is falling outside. Hello, sky? Oh no, it's a meteor storm. Let's start off with grabbing them. Because I want to craft this. Okay, this is going to increase my toolbox size. Now, in order to use it, I need to take an item off, to put an item on, and then pop that back on there. I've now got 8 slots. Awesome. Which also means I can make a torch, which I need silicon and magnesium for. Don't want to get hit by a meteor or an asteroid or whatever you want to call it, because ouchies, that will hurt. I'm going to grab bits that I need for my torch. It's so noisy. Okay, so I'm going to get that made now as well. And pop that on. And as usual, it's F for your torch. It's a bit shaky here, guys. Have you finished yet? Stop it! Thank you. Iron. Okay, those meteors are actually quite useful. So meteors, asteroids, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to call them whatever word I think of at the time. So get the terminology wrong, which is hilarious because I am a science person, but I am not that kind of science person. I'm a dead people science person. So, you know, slightly different there. We need some water. I'm going to grab some ice. Because we can trek back to the pod at some other point. But right now, I'm going to grab what's close so we can make some water. Craft up one of them. In fact, no, we'll craft up two of them. And we're going to drink that. Nom nom nom. Yeah, everything goes along with nom nom noms. Sorry. You're just going to have to deal with that. And weird, and I know it. So we're going to get a couple of drills on the go there. I want that ice because it's in the way. Alright. There was some other things we can make in here. So obviously it wants us to make the screens, which we need a terraformation screen and a blueprint screen. Let's see. So it's Q to get into your build menu, by the way. Okay, so we're going to need some cobalt. Where are you, you pretty, beautiful blue thing? So pretty. Such a nice blue. I hope they don't ever change the blue of that because it's lovely. And this screen's quite big. We're going to pop it on the wall for now. Getting eaten by the edge of the ship. So we're going to pop that there. Now, all of these do use power, so be careful of that. Okay, we need some silicon, and I'm also going to grab a little bit more iron as well, because the next screen isn't quite so big, and it needs, like, I don't want to put it on the floor. It needs to go on a table. So we also need 2 iron for the table. Oh, look at you, your bestest of friends. I'll collect you together. Yeah, we've got 3. So go down here. We've got furniture. Yeah, because furniture's more important than everything else. Love it. I'm hoping as well as they go through that we get more furniture. Okay, so we've now got an energy screen and no, the blueprint screen. In fact, we might get the energy one as well. Another iron and silicon. And because that's going to help us keep track of, you know, input and output energy-wise. We'll go a bit further for some more iron. Anything on the slope I can see? See one over here. I see 2 over here. Let me grab them both. They're both mine now. Everything on this planet is mine. I claim it all. You sent me here. I am the king, queen, the person in charge. There you go. Can be whatever I want to be. Look, it's got a little stand on it. So cute. I'll pop you over here, actually out the way a little bit. Okay, so we can see that our consumption is currently 2.5 kilowatts per hour and our production is 3.6 kilowatts per hour. So we're producing a little bit more than we're using at the minute because we put 3 turbines up there. We can also see on here, it's down here, but it's in the top right hand corner of the screen as well, that we currently have a terraformation index of 64, and it is increasing because we are producing some pressure there from those lovely little drills. But we also want to get a heater on the go and a veggie tube on the go. So I didn't check what we needed for them, but heck, I'm gonna guess that we're gonna need some iron. We get a new oxygen tank. That's good. That'll let us go further. What do we need for that first and foremost? Silicon, titanium, cobalt, and magnesium. Pretty blue stuff. Yay! There you go. Some magnesium. Do we need 1 magnesium or 2 magnesium? Or was it 2 cobalt? Don't know. See, I forget these things straight away. Menu pin would be good. But we can get this. You can see it's going a little bit dark now. And at first it does get quite dark at night times. You know, we've got a very orange atmosphere. It's all the things. It's the silicon I needed. Ooh, silicon! But this is why we have a flashlight in case we need it. Although I don't think it really helps when you go into wrecks, but wandering about does not help so much. But you can craft a better one later. Yes. Oh no, I need to take off my current oxygen tank. Hold my breath. And craft that one. And then pop that on my back. Yay! So we now have 200 oxygen. We can go even further. Ooh. Okay. So what else we were going to make? Oh, we were going to try and make the... I can't remember. Oh yeah, we want to make a veggie tube. Now, how much space have I got in my inventory? I'm just collecting all the things right now. Let's just collect things. So we want a heater, but we're going to need iridium for that, which we'll take a special little trip for in a moment. Well, not quite in a moment. We're going to I might do the veggie tube first, nip down to the pod, grab the seed, you know, that little lerma seed we got in the beginning, and maybe a couple of other bits. So we are going to stick a storage crate. I'm going to pop you right there. We are also going to use a 2 cobalt to make us a new oxygen tank, so we've got a spare. We do have a water on us. I'm going to use the little salty button up here. And what do we need for our veggie tube? We've got everything that we need, so we can make that and place it here. And as I say, we'll nip down and grab the seed. And that, because it's a little walk. It's a little walk. That's why we needed, you know, some extra oxygen with us, because we can see our little pod all the way out there in the distance. We don't want to be caught short. And we've got a little iron. You can see this is kind of detached from the ground and rolled. This is because this is what came in with that last little meteor or asteroid storm, whatever you want to call it. I will chop and change between the names. And see, we've got some titanium coming down with that as well. And some aluminium or aluminum, depending on where you come from in the world. I'm from the UK, so I say aluminium. But I also watch a lot of you guys from the States, so occasionally it may get interspersed with aluminum. Now, I'm collecting all the things. So I did spot a little blue crate there. We'll go back and check that out in a minute, but I also want to make sure that we grab this here. So I want some space food. We need that lerma seed. We also have oxygen and water here. I'm going to leave that here for when we come trekking and eat one of those spacey foods. I'm not going to have my water just yet because the water bar fills all the way up when you drink water. So I'd rather wait until that gets a little bit lower. So I'm going to check this out. What have we got? A blueprint. They're useful. Some more food. Squash seeds. We don't need them just yet, so I might leave that here for the minute. But I might grab some more of that iron because iron is always useful. You can see another little box over there. Now the contents of the boxes, they don't respawn, okay? However, they do. If you leave them like longer before you open them, they do kind of scale up with the level that you're at that point in the game. And so I know some people like to leave some of the boxes and not open them just yet. Some people, like me, are just like, give me all the goodies. You know, oh look, we've got some aluminium down there. The stuff from the asteroids, the meteors, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to go with meteors. Asteroids is like, I don't know. No, it's not a longer word, but it just feels like a longer word. Okay, let's pop our little lerma seed in there. And there are lots of other goodies as well, I should point out, that you can get. There's super secret special golden chests that you can get with really good goodies in. You can go into the ships and get other stuff. There's like so much exploration that you can do. I don't want another one of them actually. Let's get another drill out here. But let me get 2. Let's really get that pressure going. And we can't do much on the oxygen. The next thing we want to work on is heat. Inventory full. Oh yeah, and I also spend a lot of time with that thing doing that. We got a microchip. So when you get microchips, you can go down into your blueprint screen and you can decode a blueprint, and we get a microchip for mining speed tier 1. Now this confused me with what it was called. I was like, mining speed? But I don't have any mines yet. I've got my little drill. Does that make it go faster? No. What it's actually referring to is your little gun. The speed in which you pick up items off the ground, or you deconstruct things, or you know, it's that side of mining. Okay, hydration level low. So we got that warning there, so that's where I'll have my little water now. And what do we need for our microchip? A magnesium, a silicon, and an aluminium. Well, we collected an aluminium. We have a magnesium. We're just missing a silicon. I can see you. Get in my gun. Thank you. We just opened a living compartment window as well, because our TI is increasing. Still got a long way to go, but we have got a few bits there. Let me grab that and pop that in there. I'm going to make a couple more water, I think. I'm going to pop 2 space food in there. Your water goes down quicker than your food does. And then so always keep an eye on that. But yeah, we've got a few bits and pieces. I am going to head over here. Oh, backpack tier 2. I'm also going to remember my 1, 2, 3. So 1 silicon, 2 titanium, 3 iron. So we've got the 1 silicon. We've got 2 titanium. I'm going to collect 3 iron. And that's because I can make myself a little pod wherever I go. And they're relatively cheap to make. So, titanium. We're heading over into this lovely little red cave over here. With the little sandy waterfalls outside. Another iron. So we're on 1, 2, 2 at the minute. Give me another iron. Magical. We're now on 1, 2, 3. Magical ratio for this build. And go a little bit further in. This is what we're looking for. This lovely red glittery shiny stuff. Okay, and I think I'm going to place it here. Now this now gives me a little oxygen pod up here. I'm going to leave it here. The other thing I am going to do, if I grab, I think it's iron and silicon. First and foremost is I'm going to get a little crafting station in there, and then I will also build a little storage chest in there as well. Just grab the magnesium. I'm just going to grab everything that I find. Oh, there's a silicon. I think it's iron and silicon. We'll find out. We'll have all the things anyway. Iridium. And I'm taking that aluminium just because I like it. It's shiny. I get distracted by shiny things. Okay, so I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to pop that there. So this means that I can, you know, I can craft things on the go. So if I grab another silicon, and you because you're shiny, and you because you're shiny. So if I grab another silicon, I can increase my backpack space. And, you know, make sure to kind of, as you're wandering around, check out all the cool things. Yeah, because you never know what you might find. The magnesium, some more iridium. So some resources you'll only find in certain locations. And check around things, check under things. No, just have fun exploring the world. Ah, there you are, cheeky silicon. And my inventory's full. I'm gonna drop the titanium a second, so I can grab that. And when you drop things, they just basically drop to the floor. They'll stay there, so that's not a problem. What do we want? Bigger backpack, right. So I am gonna... Nope, I need you. Don't know if I need an iron. I probably need an iron, to be fair. I need one of them. I know I don't need that and that and that and that. Oh, did I need an aluminium? I don't know. See, I forget these things. No. Okay, so just remember when you take your backpack off, it's going to decrease down. So you don't want to leave everything in there while you're changing it over. Otherwise, everything goes poof. Well, it doesn't go poofy. It just explodes everywhere, which is actually quite entertaining. I've done that many a time. Ah, yeah, the little drop arrow causes you to drop them. I always hit that by accident as well. Okay, I am going to collect some more goodies while we're here. Some cobalt. And grab 4 of them. And some more iridium. And obviously, because I've got a little pod here, we can come back whenever we want. I just want to put a couple of bits in here so that when I do come back, you know, and I want to explore further, I've got some good stuff. So, I'm going to pop a spare oxygen capsule in there because I may come this way and maybe exploring. Now, what do I need for my heater? Iron, silicon, and iridium. And the cool thing about this game as you go through is you don't need everything in the same place. Now, I can come here, and my power works in here as well. It'll all add to the same power grid. The heat, regardless of where you put it, will all work on the same place. So you can... Now, I can add a heater here, and it will register back at the base. I can add... power here and it will register, you know, drills, that kind of thing. So it all shares the same system. Of the fact that I'm looking for iron and instead I'm just picking everything up. This is me. This is me. I'm a hoarder. What can I say? Okay. Back to my little pod. You can see, like, our oxygen is lasting us so much longer now as well. Still need silicon. See? I just get all the things. Just fill that up a second. Right, let's go find silicon. Let's go up this ramp and see if there's silicon up here. So there's different levels to this as well, which is really cool. We can just explore other things. There you go. There's my silicon. I see you, sparkly one. You are mine now. Grab a couple of silicon. And we can go up another level as well. I'll just show you this up here. And this is what I love about the game. Not everything is immediately accessible to you as you're playing through. So we can see here we've got this giant ice wall. And if we get a bit closer to it, it tells us that it starts melting at 100 NK. I think that's nanokelvin. Apologies if I get it wrong. And that, as I say, I'm like a dead people scientist. I'm not like a terraforming scientist. I'm learning this with you guys. It's been a long time since I've had to deal with units that big and that small and all the sizes. Inventory full. Okay, awesome. Let's go back. Now, there is fall damage in this game, and that past a certain point, so don't start cliff diving because it will hurt. Right, so we have... And let's just drop you a second. So we have enough there to make heaters now. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I am going to make these heaters back at the base. Don't need magnesium for them. Let me think. I want some food. I am going to have that water now. Because I want to take this aluminium back with me as well. I'm going to pop some ice in there, I think, because I've got plenty outside at the minute. And pop that there too. Let me just pick up that silicon. Right, let's head back to our base because we do have the iridium that we need for the heaters. And that is going to be the start of our first steps question. Obviously, we haven't finished the reach blue sky. That is going to take a little bit of time. And in order to do that, we're going to have to, you know, craft more heat, craft more pressure, you know, work on building up our oxygen levels, all of that kind of thing. So that's going to take a little bit longer. And that, but for the minute, we have got those initial quests out the way. I am going to keep these episodes quite short for the moment. If you guys want longer episodes, we can do. Let's build this heater. Grab a bit of iron. Do this one. And these have to go inside for the minute as well. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. So we have done that. Let's open this storage crate. Let's put the aluminium in there. And that cobalt. No, we'll grab you. And get some more ice. So I always want to make sure that I've got some water. I know I left some water in the other thing, and that's because when I go over there, I know I've got it. Okay. So what have we got in here? Can I take you and you? I'll put those silicons in there a minute. And I am going to add an additional living compartment on here. Just open that space up a bit, because it's getting a bit crowded in this first one. And I might even go as far as to not put a window on because I've got no iron. Let's get a little window out there so we've got a little view. So we can see what's going on in the outside world without venturing outside. Whew, that sounds like me on a daily basis. What can I say? Let's grab a couple of iron because always need iron. Wander back. It's beautiful. I mean, we're already on 880 Ti and climbing. Let's see, where should we put this window? Do I want to look at my drills? Not really. I want to look at the spacecraft. I'll put it there behind them for the moment. And that, in fact, I'm going to move this over here and out the way. There you go. I can look out of this window now. Beautiful. Okay, so we are going to leave the first episode here. Obviously, as I say, if you did enjoy this, make sure to subscribe, because we will be doing some more, so then you can check back and see the episodes as we go along. And you know, thank you for joining us. And it's been really good. I am going to save it, you know, because if we don't save, then we might lose it, you know. I'll pop back on here so I can say a cheeky bye-bye and a huge thank you again, because I am like, I'm humbled. I'm humbled and so grateful. And that's it, everyone, so far. So, you know, I am going to get going. I'm going to shut up. We'll see you all again next time. Thank you and goodbye.